Have you ever seen the Niihama Taiko Festival? Yes, it is one of over the most exciting autumn festivals in Ehime. The giant taiko floats immediately, catch your attention. They move through Niihama with drums, cheers, and powerful teamwork. Even on video, the scale feels incredible. In person, you can feel the sound through your whole body. Today, let us explore what makes this festival so special. Great! We will learn useful English while enjoying the festival. Look at the decorations on that taiko float. The gold embroidery is incredibly detailed and bright. The red and white canopy also gives it a powerful appearance. I can also see large tassels moving with the float. Many decorative curtains feature dragons, animals, palaces, or warriors. So, every float has details worth looking at closely. Exactly. The beauty is not only large, but also carefully crafted. That makes each taiko float feel like a moving work of art. How many taiko floats take part in Niihama today? The city says there are 54 floats across 8 districts. 54? That is much more than I expected. Each float is connected to its own local community. So people are not only watching a festival. Right. They are also showing seeps in slough in Wermel, pride in their own district. That explains why every group looks so passionate. Yes, the festival belongs deeply to the people of Niihama. A single taiko float needs a huge carrying team. How many people can carry one float? Official city information says more than 150 men can lift it. That takes incredible timing and cooperation. Everyone must listen, move together, and keep the float balanced. One person cannot control something this large alone. Exactly. The power comes from the whole team acting as one. Watching that teamwork may be as impressive as the float itself. I keep hearing the word kakikurabe. What does it mean? It is a major performance where several taiko floats gather together. Is that when the teams show their strength and coordination? Yes, the floats can be raised and moved with great energy. The crowd becomes louder when the action begins. You can feel friendly rivalry, pride, and teamwork at the same time. That sounds like one of the best moments to watch. It is. Just remember to watch from a safe place. The sound is another important part of the festival. The drum rhythm feels simple, but very powerful. Niihama City describes the basic beat as dan, den, dan, then a rest. And the carriers shout together while they move. You may hear calls such as chosaja or sorya, sorya. Those voices make the whole scene feel more alive. Exactly. The sound, movement, and crowd become one experience. I would love to hear that rhythm in person. How far back does the history of the taiko float go? The exact beginning is not known from surviving records. So when does it first appear in written records? It appears in the late Edo period, during the Bansei years. That means the early 19th century, right? Yes. Records from that time often called it Mikoshi Daiko. The name changed as the tradition developed. Exactly. The festival we see today grew through many generations. The taiko floats were once much smaller than they are today. What caused them to become so large and luxurious? Niihama developed economically with the Beshi copper mine. Did that growth also change the festival? Yes. From the Middle Meiji period, the floats rapidly became larger. The decorations also became richer and more elaborate. Local pride and competition also helped shape their development. So industry and tradition grew. Together in Niihama. Do the different parts of a taiko float have meanings? Yes. Traditional explanations connect many parts with nature and the universe. What does the canopy represent? It is said to represent the universe, with red and white showing sunlight. And what about those large tassels? They are traditionally said to represent rain. Even the structure tells a story, not only the embroidery. Exactly. Knowing the meanings makes the details even more interesting. A taiko float is also an important community treasure. Who takes care of the floats and festival activities? Local associations, youth groups, committees, and preservation groups are involved. So preparation continues long before the festival days. Yes, each district also works to coordinate safe festival operations. That shows how much responsibility exists behind the excitement. Exactly. Tradition survives because many people keep supporting it. That community spirit may be the heart of the festival. The festival looks exciting, but the crowds can be very large. Yes, visitors should always follow local guidance and staff instructions. We should keep enough distance from moving taiko floats. Correct. Never enter a restricted area just to get a better photo. It is also important to respect the local festival rules. Niihama continues to emphasize a peaceful and safe festival. Then we can enjoy the power without causing problems. Exactly. Safety and respect make the experience better for everyone. Let us practice some useful English for the festival. Okay. How do I ask? The name of the float? You can say, what is this taiko float called? What is this taiko float called? Good. You can also ask, how many people carry it? How many people carry it? And for a reaction, try saying, the teamwork is incredible. The teamwork is incredible. That one is easy to remember. Today we learned much more than just the name of a festival. We saw 54 taiko floats connected to 8 districts. We learned that more than 150 people can lift one. We also explored the drums, chants, decorations, history, and teamwork. My favorite part is how the whole community works together. Mine is the moment those huge floats rise into the air. I hope we can experience the Niihama Taiko Festival in person someday. Me too. Thanks for learning with us, and see you next time.